Chapter 3, Part 5. Paul, Thomas, and Sheila were still on the couch at 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve in Colin King's new house. King and Rosie had left after the dinner portion of the evening. The fire was still roaring, the whiskey was open, and the brothers were acting like brothers again, even for one night. They enjoyed living the life of the top 0.0001% of society. Paul looked at his phone and started tapping a text reply to Victoria, who was now at home 10 minutes away. Paul had good taste and just finished building a state-of-the-art 10,000 square foot house located on the other side of Blackstaff Forest. It also came with 1,000 acres of prime Irish farming land, another farm King had taken over through his rigged receivership process. "I'll be home in another hour," Paul typed. Victoria replied, "Be careful driving. Stop drinking." Paul read her last text while he poured himself another whiskey. Paul, speaking to Thomas and Sheila, said, "I got an hour and then I can drive you home, or you'll have to find your own way home." Thomas said, "Looks like King is not coming back tonight. I bet he is sleeping at Blackstaff." Sheila interjected, "I have got to see this house. I mean manor." Paul, changing the subject, said, "You know we must be at church tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thomas said, "Do we? King just loves rubbing the locals' faces in it. He's a curse on them." Thomas turned to Sheila and said, "Are you coming? We are in the front seat, pew, King's pew. And the funny thing is, he isn't even Catholic." Sheila said, "Really? I don't think so. I haven't been to church in years." Paul, feeling drunk and not minding his tongue after several whiskeys at this stage, said, "They would love to see King dead," referring to the Blackstaff locals. Thomas chimed in and said in a low, whispered voice, "They aren't the only ones." Sheila looked at him with surprise while also feeling drunk. Thomas, clearly distracted, said, "We should swing by and check it out." Paul replied, "Swing by where?" Thomas said, "Blackstaff. Let's go and see what he's up to." Sheila chimed in, "You mean now?" Thomas replied, feeling drunk at this time, "Right now. You up for it, Paul?" Paul, having an idea of what was going on there, quickly replied, "Well, you can take a taxi if you want. I better get home. The girls will be up early to open presents. It's best I call it a night and get home after this drink."